The Brexit referendum is now only 10 days away, and we're seeing it having a huge impact on trading in pound pairs as well as in the FTSE. A lot of volatility that we expect to see continue over the next couple of weeks as we go through the vote. The big news over the weekend has been that the Leave side is really starting to pull away in the polls, and we're seeing that in the market, and it's acting in a couple of ways which is quite intriguing. First of all, we saw that on late Friday, and in fact it was after traders in the UK went home, that we saw a poll come out showing Leave leading 55 to 45%. A couple of polls over the weekend have been pretty much showing for a dead heat, and there's been another more recent poll again showing the Leave side continuing to gain momentum. What's interesting about this is that when the pound does get knocked down, and it has been getting knocked down on news favoring Leave, but each time the effect has been less, and it hasn't been lasting very long. This one actually had a little bit more of an impact because it kind of dragged on over a weekend. We had an initial drop here on Friday afternoon, then it stabilized. We saw the market kind of drift and wash out by early Monday morning, but look at this, it's actually been starting to come back around. People aren't panicking. Traders that are panicking and getting shaken out are finding that after a little while, other people are coming in and seeing this as an opportunity and stepping in. So we're definitely seeing, we're not getting the full-blown panic around Brexit that you might think from some of the commentary that's been flying around. And we'll show this here in the cable, the larger chart. The bottom for cable was actually back here at the end of February, and if you take a look at this here in January, this low and this low, you've almost got a head and shoulders bottom forming here. The other thing you've got forming is a big channel here between about $1.40 and about $1.48, and look at this. So we had it get knocked down here, once again a higher low, and look, not only that, but as we dip down here, this is almost a hammer candle, and we have had a fairly sizable rebound here, so keep an eye on this, because this could be another washout low, and if we do, it's at another higher level here. So even though the news over time has constantly shifted from remain to leave, we're consistently getting higher lows in sterling. Now we're at the point where this is a doji, a spinning top, showing the bulls and bears are back into balance, which is quite a change from where it was this morning when the bears were totally dominating. The bulls have come back and now they're about even. So we'll keep an eye on this, and it's similar to some of the polls that are showing the two sides about even as well. Now we did break this trend support line here, and that was in and around 143.30. It's got to get back above that to signal an upswing in the pair. But overall, though, we expect to see a lot of volatility continue. This support down here was around 141.20. Currently trading in and around 142.40. So we do see the potential for a lot of action here. Also going to show pound yen. Pound yen has turned out to be a particularly active pair, and I think the reason is because the yen is one of the currencies that's being used as a defensive haven right now. When we're seeing defensive flows, they're not really going into the euro or the Swiss, and I think that's partly because the euro and the Swiss may also find themselves getting caught up in whatever happens after the Brexit decision. So people are going farther afield and looking to things like gold and yen for havens if they're trying to find a place to park their money over the next few weeks. But what's interesting here in pound yen is we've also had a really nice reversal, and I'll show it. Look here on the 5-minute chart where we dipped just below 150 and now starting to work back higher again, approaching 152 already. This is a nice turnaround here. And what is this telling us? Well, we look here at the chart. And look, again, we're getting a hammer, but not only are we getting a hammer, but look, we busted the bottom of this trading channel, shot down below 150, came right back. So this is almost a bear trap washout as well. And so that's quite significant too, because it is showing us that that even though a lot of capital flooded into the yen, now some of it is coming back into the pound again as well. Some people are seeing this as a chance where they need to head for the door, and some people are seeing this as an opportunity to step in, at least for a trade. And so we are seeing quite a bit of volatility intraday and between days in this market. The other one I just want to show here is Euro Pound, where we're seeing something interesting happen here as well. Look at this. We had a head and shoulders top. We had the neckline break. Everything was looking like this was heading lower. Now we've seen this kind of fail here. We've seen it come back up, but look, it shot up. It looked like the old shoulder resistance here in and around 79.30 was failing. We've shot up. We've dropped back into this area. So far, this shoulder resistance after a little while has been containing this rally, which is intriguing. Now the RSI is still saying momentum's pointing up, so we got to watch that, and the 80 even round number test here. But this has the potential to be a shooting star, so keep an eye out for that as well. This could be a reversal here as well, or a confirmation. It's hard to say. If we continue to close above 79 here, you could get confirmation of an upswing to 80 or 81. So there's a number of different ways this one could go as well. But as we see the polls coming back and forth, and some of the other news this week, there's a lot of UK news out this week. The Bank of England meets on Thursday. Prior to that, though, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have UK inflation Tuesday. We have UK employment Wednesday. We have UK retail sales Thursday. People are going to be looking at this data to see, is the Brexit speculation and is the debate having a negative impact on the UK economy? Some people have been saying that, oh, the UK economy is going to collapse and there's going to be a recession and all these other horrible things are going to happen. But as Leave has been gaining momentum, the UK economy has been strengthening up till now. So this week we're looking for confirmation of this. Are we going to see the confirmation we had of last month's employment, last month's retail sales, industrial production, other retail sales measures have all been pointing to a strengthening UK economy heading into this? Will we get confirmation this week or not is another key thing to watch for that also could drive a lot of trading in UK markets. The final thing I wanted to highlight here is the index, the FTSE 100 here. This is trading in this is also quite important because something we've been seeing, and it was intriguing here this morning when the pound was getting hit, the UK 100, the FTSE has been falling less than some of its European counterparts, and that can be read as a couple of ways. A falling currency could act as a cushion if we do see pressure on the UK following a leave vote. If the pound falls, that can help. That's a stimulus move. That can actually help the economy to go through this potential period of turbulence, and we're seeing that showing up in the stocks where they're not falling as rapidly, and in fact they've been holding up quite well through some of this shift over from in momentum from remain to leave. So keep an eye on that as well as we move forward.